really unique experience becoming involved with yoga. It happened the very first time I practiced. I was 9 years old. My parents were going through a very difficult divorce. I was in the middle, and an older girlfriend of mine was practicing yoga. She took me into her den, and we did some triangle poses and some, standing poses, this and that. And I went into a shoulder stand. And I realized that not being a very athletic child, this was something that was really incredibly wonderful for me. I could actually do it, so it was very exciting. But then I went over into a pose called the plow or halasana. And I had this very quiet moment that was incredibly profound, where I felt like my world was okay. And when I left her house, it was with me. And it stayed with me. And I think yoga helps people heal on many levels, particularly in terms of stress in life. Yes, I get stressed. But I think it is a question of not trying to get rid of stress in your life, but how you deal with it, how you approach it. And anyone that's ever practiced yoga, even one class, will tell you that something changes, something transforms, and there is a calming effect that really does affect your entire life. And the more you practice, the more you realize that. Extend the arms, inhale. I've been teaching yoga about 11 years. I think the thing that makes a really good yoga teacher is, first of all, great training and commitment to practice, and also the ability to communicate and articulate movement. I think you really need to be able to get in touch with feeling inside the body and be able to describe that and also be able to show it. I love teaching yoga, and the reason is definitely the people and the community that I have with those people. Some of the stories that I've heard about what yoga has done for people, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, amazing transformations, not only physically, but in their personal lives. People almost brought to tears, and the only thing they can relate the change in their life back to is their yoga practice. So that's what keeps me coming back. I remember shooting stress relief yoga. It was a beautiful day. The sun was going down, and I stepped out on the board, and everything went quiet, and the clouds sort of parted, and the colors came out in the sky, and we ran through it once. And I remember at one point I do a twist where I turn away from the camera, I turn back toward the sunset. And it was so magic. I remember just grinning, thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing, we got it. Stress relief yoga is a great program because it allows you to use props, and therefore, instead of forcing your body into positions that are ultimately going to create more stress, it makes it okay to back off, to do less, and ultimately receive the same benefits. The benefits of the stress relief yoga are that, first of all, muscles hold tension. And because of that, we need a way to release that tension somehow. So a yoga practice that works through the neck and shoulders, elongates the spine, lengthens the hamstrings, which is all contained in the stress relief program, will help to release the stress in your body. And then the forward bending movements that are supported either with a block or with a chair will help you to calm your nervous system and ultimately relax. Everyone has stress, and I think that the perfect workout for relieving that stress is the stress relief video, because it provides you with so many options. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to be a yoga practitioner. You can do the practice in 20 minutes and you will definitely feel relief. Yes. The biggest revelation that I've had with yoga has really been something that I've come to understand just recently, and that is how resistance actually plays a part, a very large part in our yoga practice. For instance, a beginner will come into a yoga pose, such as a standing forward bend, and they'll feel resistance in their hamstrings. And their first instinct is to move past the resistance, to blast through the resistance, to get beyond it. And you'll notice that a more seasoned practitioner will hang back from the resistance and sort of meet it and snuggle up with it and become familiar with it. And it's in that place that yoga is really transformational. The magic of yoga is being able to be with resistance, to be comfortable with the resistance you feel in your body, so that when you leave your yoga class, you can go back into your life and meet whatever resistance you may have in your relationships, in your job, and be able to meet that resistance comfortably and from a more solid, open place. It really is about becoming quiet within yourself and being okay in the moment. And I think that's where the transformation takes place, because that off of your mat actually starts to work in your life. My advice for someone just starting yoga would be not to have an agenda, to become clear that it's not about having a goal, that it's really about becoming quiet with yourself and see where it takes you.